Yo, 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 welcome back to another reading, guys. How you guys doing? You guys alright? Hopefully you guys are cool. We're gonna go ahead and first start with a message. We're gonna use this to see what we're gonna talk about. Spirit, what you want us to talk about? Commitment. Hey, for my fellas out there, it's nothing like a strong relationship. I know a lot of these times, people like to say I don't want to be committed to one person, or I don't want to be committed to anything in my life. I just want to be free like a bird. Ain't nothing better than being committed to things. You know what I mean? Just as I thought it was something. Just as you would like for the higher power to be committed to helping you survive or helping you withstand your life and all of that. We as well, we want to be committed with a lot of things in our lives. Commitment is key. You know what I mean? Commitment is one of the biggest things a lot of people struggle with, especially with relationships. You got a lot of commitment issues, a lot of commitment things. So I'm picking up on commitment. We're gonna speak about relationships for this reading. We're gonna direct it specifically to relationships, commitment of relationships, right? Let's see. Let's see what I'm drawing to pull for you guys. Let's see. Let's try the crystal deck, right? Gonna pull crystal deck. Let's see what we got here for you guys, right? We got commitment in a relationship. Might be some words of advice. See what we can put together for you guys, okay? Alright, Spirit, what you got? Lessons in blood. So I don't know if they're telling us that, sometimes we're going to go through pain, to receive the lesson. Sometimes that, where we deem people to be of our light, of our characteristics, sometimes we have to go through certain situations to really, what's crazy? That's most times with things that we find if we like or we don't like in a person. Most cases, you're going to go through breakups and different situations, different traumatic situations. For my guys out there, you're gonna be lonely. For my women as well, you're gonna be lonely. You're gonna go through these situations to find out what you like and what you don't like in a person. It's like being in high school. Like when you're in high school, you think all the flashy stuff matters until you get out of high school. You get in real life. I don't know if you guys have been through things before high school, but what I can say is, if for most of us, it's like we had that phase in our lifetime where we think everything that glitters is diamonds and gold. And it's not the case. So when we actually go through things, we end up finding what we don't and what we do like in a person. Like, for example, before I turned 18, in my country where I'm from Bermuda. So my country, you could drink at 18, but I was in Florida. Feel me? Up to the age of 18. So in Florida, you can't drink till you're 21. So me being from the island, it's like, all right, cool. I can't really drink out here. You feel me? But at least I can go to a club. It wasn't until I actually got to the club that I was like, not really for me. Then I got to drink my first drink when I came back. So Bermuda at 19, I got to drink. That's a little backstory for you guys. So I got to, didn't drink, but then once I started drinking, it wasn't really that big of a deal for me. Like I never really, I didn't care for it after that. So it's always when you don't want something, when you don't have something is when you want it. Then when you get it, that's when you start to actually understand yourself to say, okay, do I like this? Do I don't? That's with relationships. That's with friends. That's with family. That's with sports. That's with career choices, whatever. Most times you get into something and you evolve it. For this specific sake, we're gonna speak about relationships. So you get the lessons when you shed a little blood, right? Lessons in blood regarding relationships. Learning what you like in a person, learning what you don't like, things like that, right? Okay. See what else we got for you. Alright. Okay. Excuse me. Next, we have fundamental of humanness. When you go through these stressful situations with your lover, create time for self. You know what I mean? Any person that has a problem with you having your inner self time to yourself, because we all need that. So we just need time to learn. We need time to reflect on ourselves. We need time to just take a bath. I don't care if it's taking a bath by yourself. Just take a bath. You know what I mean? If you're in this type of relationship, doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. Like, this is pretty much generalized. When it comes to commitment, you gotta be committed to yourself in a relationship as well as the other person. You still gotta commit to your own. Just like you gotta get prepped and prettied up and handsome or whatever the case is for male and female sake, you're not gonna just walk anywhere looking like whatever just because you're in a relationship, right? Chances are you're probably gonna try to even be a little bit more, hygienic, because you got somebody now. You gotta maintain that, right? You gotta maintain yourself for this person. I'm not saying that this person's probably gonna like you less or more, but you want to make sure that you maintain what you've been maintaining. Otherwise, how you got that person or whatever. So, ensure that you guys are giving yourself self-care, committed to self-care. I'm thinking baths. I'm thinking bubble baths. I'm thinking treatment. Any treatment that you need to do to yourself to maintain your your health, your mindset, your soul, your spirit, all of these things. Do whatever you gotta do to just kind of have that commitment with yourself. And yeah, we're just self time to learn. Not say time to learn. I don't want to say it like that, but just time to yourself. Get yourself prepared and be able to do things. So you kind of feel good about yourself, right? This next one is activate the void. Activate the void. Now when I think of void, I think of avoidance. And you could be activating these skills to avoid certain things in your life that doesn't, like for an example, my man out there, right? Or the man. There's gonna be situations where you find yourself like in a relationship and then you like see other people or you see other girls or whatever. Let me tell you something, right? Pull away from that mindset from looking at other women. Even if I know it comes off like, oh, it's no harm, idiots, because mentally your mind starts to lust over other women in a committed relationship. Because you gotta think both ends. You gotta think, would I like my girl to do that? You feel me? You gotta be man. We gotta be fair. You know what I'm saying? We don't want a female to do that to us, so we can't be doing that to them. Avoidance. That's what you want to. You want to avoid lusting for other people. You want to avoid allowing somebody else to come into your relationship thinking that y'all guys are friends. Like for my women, having guy friends, and you know for a fact that the guy likes you. You're in a committed relationship now. Is hanging out with him at 3 a.m. in the morning at a bar appropriate for your relationship? You feel me? So same with my man out there. If you got a girl that's your friend, she's older than you, you gotta separate a little bit. When you're in a relationship, a committed relationship, I'm talking about committed. You feel me? This is real deal. This is me and you. We're doing big things together. You gotta be willing to ride with her when she's doing bad and when she's doing good. For my man out there and my women, you gotta be able to ride with them and to do good and bad. Now I'm not saying if people's just messing around and ain't really, ain't really showing the full character. I'm talking about people that are generally there, trying to help you. Not people that are doing craziness, get hemmed up and then want you to come bail them out. No, I'm talking about like somebody that ain't gonna put themselves in a situation because they know where they stand in any relationship. Avoiding certain things, you know what I mean? Like I said, just avoidance. Activate that ability to avoid. Okay? We're gonna put one more card for you guys and then that's gonna be it for this reading. Breathe in your trueness. You're a unicorn. You guys are one of a kind. You know what I mean? Male and female, you guys are both one of a kind. See, that trueness, that true relationship status that you beheld with that partner, it can never be replaced. That's a funny thing. When you're in a relationship, that person specifically, like you, for you out there, right? If you're watching this, you've probably gone with somebody that's had an ex. You could replace him as a man, but you will never be able to replace him specifically. The memories that woman shared with him, That's always gonna be there. Good or bad memories. Just like you. Your memories ain't erased. The woman you once had as your ex, those memories are still on. So when it comes down to trueness, you guys share this unicorn type of relationship, one of a kind relationship. Like I said, it's one of a kind. Not saying unicorns is one of only one in a kind. Of course, they say there's many of them. You know what I mean? But it's a different type of vibe. You know what I mean? It's not like a horse. You see a unicorn, you're like, oh crap, unicorn. You feel me? You're not gonna be like, man, that's a horse. You're gonna be like, oh, how does a unicorn? So it's a different type of feeling than when you see a horse. So the rest of their exes was horses. You're the unicorn in the moment. It's up to you if you want to cherish it or not. I know y'all heard that tap confirmation. It's up to you if you want to cherish it or not. If you want to cherish the commitment, this is completely up to you. I'm just gonna put them like that. This is completely up to you. You gotta decide whether you're with it or not. You know what I mean? The commitment comes down to you. Are you in it for the long haul? Are you in it for the benefits, the short term, the sex? Because I mean, let me tell you something. You're in a relationship for the sex, then you need to get up out of that relationship right now. You need to stop seeing that person, because that sex only lasts what? Let's just say all night. One night stands, really? Like, you feel me? That what is that? 8 hours? What? Like, come on, like that's all you're in it for, and then it doesn't even make sense being committed. So this relationship is relationship commitment. I have to put together a title. But yeah, that's gonna be that's just what I want to speak on. I want to stretch that very seriously, because there's a lot of relationships that you have these days that off these stupidest things, like, you feel me, like sex and materials, and man, them materials ain't gonna mean nothing, man. I'm not saying that you can't like somebody because the work ethic. Yeah, I like them for the work ethic, not because of the benefits that they get. You feel me? If you see a shorty, you see a girl driving a Benz, pulling up, you know what I'm saying, in a Benz, and you're like, man, I like, you know what I'm saying, you get to talk to her, you're like, man, she's just in the business, she works hard, she's boom, cool, you feel me? You fell in love because of her work ethic. Not she pulls up in a Benz, you're like, man, I like that Benz. I like her because she's got materialistic. And this goes both ways for my men and women. Think of it both ways. This could be the guy driving the Benz, and guess what? That could be his what? That could be his girlfriend's car. Ladies, you're looking at him like, oh, he's got a Benz. That's probably his girlfriend's or his mama's car. You don't know. You're going off for materials. See what happens when you go for materials? You can go work hard and go get a Louis bag. I can come take that Louis bag from you, and now it's consideredly my Louis bag, right? Because I earned it. I had the possession of it. Materials, whoever has the possession. So if I had the possession, but it doesn't. Here's the thing. That's why I say watch the work ethic, not the materials. Watch how they got the materials, not the materials. You know what I'm saying? So that's what real commitment is based on. Because when the materials going, you're still around. That's real commitment. Regardless if it's a good day or a bad day, you're still around. I'm not, like I said, for my women and my men out there. If somebody does some dumbness, I'm talking dumbness to get it, like, okay, you're dating a drug dealer or whatever. You know the consequences of a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? You know where he stands at. So if he gets locked up, I'm not telling you to stay or don't stay, but you should already know that question. Here's the thing: if you're with him for the money, then you gotta be with him when he don't have the money. When you're with somebody, if you was with him for his self and you was telling him, hey, you gotta lay low, you feel me, and he wasn't listening and he gets locked up, that ain't your fault, because you try to show him, I'm trying to build with you, I don't care about this money, none of that. Because there's gonna be people everybody has their own like choices to make. I tell people all the time, somebody that sells dope, they got police, paid career policemen that feed the family doing policemen. You don't think that they're gonna be out here doing their job searching for guys? They're your biggest ops. Forget the guy across the street that you don't like. The police are your biggest ops, because they're your biggest oppositions. They are here to stop you from doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta say for that. But yeah, when it comes on a committed relationship, I'm not, like I said, I'm not in a relationship. I'm not a relationship expert, but I have a say. I mean, for me, I believe like being in a relationship, I could definitely shine some light give you guys a little advice or even a reminder. Y'all might even know this stuff, but I'm just like here to just inform you and to get that last confirmation, that little light bulb that just pops in your head to be like, okay, this, you feel me? All right, this is what I need to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just think it through when it comes on relationships, because, like I said, it's one of a kind. Ain't nothing like it. It's different. Everybody was born in this world single. We're gonna go out this world single. So being in a relationship, while you're here on this earth, you feel me? Cherish the relationship that you do have. If you do have one, cherish that relationship. Still maintain self commitment. Still maintain your inner self goals and your inner self dreams, because that's what's gonna spark a relationship to maintain this flair. Even when guys get ill with the canes, it's still gonna be that flair, because it's nothing like when you see somebody doing the inner thing and you guys together and they're doing the inner thing, you're doing your inner thing, and you come together and it's like, you feel me? It's strong. But I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and get up out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this reading. Commitment in the relationship. I guess that's the title right there. But yeah, like this video if you find anything I said helpful or value, if anything. Share if you feel the need to. Comment something. Hopefully it's some wisdom stuff. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear some of you guys' wisdom quotes. And subscribe. I think I said that. But either way, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much.